Chapter 47. Mom, didn't you ever think I could get sick too? Ava finished eating and lay in bed with nothing to do. The wound still hurt, but way better than last night. She was dying to know what was going on with Grace and her parents right now. Too bad no phone. Otherwise, she'd definitely call her mom. Her mom must be losing it right now, huh? If her mom knew Adrian ran from the wedding because of her, she'd probably blow a gasket. Ava didn't expect the chance to come so fast. Logan came to see her in the afternoon. She borrowed his phone in just a few sentences. Ava, your sister's engagement. Where the hell were you? When the call first connected, Monica's voice was still somewhat gentle. Even so, Ava heard the displeasure Monica was desperately suppressing. When she spoke, and Monica realized it was her tone changed immediately. Mom, weren't you afraid I'd wreck sister's engagement? Me not going is exactly what you wanted, right? Ava, Monica's furious voice came through the phone. Ava grinned happily. They always say when you're too happy, something goes wrong. That was her right now. She smiled too hard and pulled her wound. Fuck, that hurt. Adrian not showing up at the engagement? That you're doing? Monica slammed the sofa hard and stood up angrily. Do you know how upset your sister is? She got left at the altar. Where's she supposed to put her face? Monica glanced toward the stairs, got up and walked to the back garden. You and Adrian broke up ages ago. He's your brother-in-law now. You mess around with him and all you'll do is trash your reputation. Think he's gonna marry you later? If you get a reputation for stealing your sister's man, what decent family's gonna let you marry in? Ava's mouth curved up, looking completely carefree, but her voice carried some innocence when she spoke. Mom, I haven't even said anything yet. How'd you already pin this on me? Of course it was because of her. So what? Grace couldn't keep her man. That's on her. If Adrian was head over heels for Grace, even if she died in the hospital, Adrian wouldn't ditch his about-to-be-engaged girlfriend, flying to France without a word. It's really not you? Monica's voice carried some doubt. Of course not, Mom. I'm not desperate for guys. No interest in competing with sister. Ava looked at her nails, thinking about what style to get when she got out to celebrate. Where are you? Get home now. Monica sighed. If you don't come home, Grace keeps thinking Adrian went to find you. Ava's grip on the phone tightened slightly. The smile on her face gradually faded. I'm in the hospital. Can't come back right now. You're in the hospital? Monica frowned. What are you doing at the hospital? Monica's tone carried thick displeasure. Which friend of yours is sick now? I've told you, stay away from those friends of yours. Bunch of deadbeats. What good are they to you? Ava's sweet voice turned cold. Mom, didn't you ever think I could get sick too? We feed you well, give you everything. What could you possibly be sick with? You're not like your sister. She was premature with health problems. I carried you full term. The doctor said you were healthy as can be. Ava suddenly felt bored. She shoved the phone under her pillow. Didn't want to hear her mom go on and on about how hard Grace had it growing up. Nothing but how Grace was premature. Lost her mom young. Dad was too busy working to look after her. She'd heard this her whole life until her ears had calluses. Just now for a second, she'd actually wondered if Monica knew she was injured and hospitalized. Would she worry? Turned out in Monica's mind she was made of steel, could never get sick. Ava turned her head. Looking at the kid on the beach outside the window playing with their parents, her lips curved in a mocking smile. If you didn't want to deal with her, why have her at all? So weird. Why didn't being a parent require passing some test? Any random person could have kids. Patter. Warm liquid dripped on the back of her hand, running down along the tape holding the IV needle, finally soaking into the sheets. Ava stayed in that position for a long time. Watching that family of 3 on the beach, she felt seemed like 1 kid per family was enough. Mr. Pierce, Miss Ava seems upset. I just saw her crying. When Adrian reached the hospital room, Logan immediately stood up from the bench. When he went in to get his phone earlier, he'd accidentally seen Ava facing the window and crying. No sobbing sounds. Very quiet. So quiet it hurt to see. No one came to visit her today, right? Adrian's hand in his pocket tightened slightly, but his face stayed calm. No one. After Logan answered, he remembered Ava had borrowed his phone. Very likely she'd called home to let the Harts know she was okay. he found it strange. Though Adrian had run from the engagement, Ava was so seriously injured. 2 days already, not one Hart family member had come to visit. In his impression, the Hart parents really loved their kids, especially Monica. Though a stepmother, she was gentle and generous. Very good to Grace the stepdaughter. Grace was close to her too. They had a great relationship. Monica clearly genuinely cared for Grace. If she was like that with a stepdaughter, let alone with her own biological daughter. Miss Ava borrowed my phone, probably called Mrs. Hart. Logan thought to himself, did they fight? That would make sense. With Miss Ava's pure, kind personality, she clearly wasn't the type to fight. Don't lend her your phone anymore, Adrian warned quietly. Logan nodded. He watched Adrian push open the hospital room door, then sat back down. Asleep? Adrian stopped beside the bed, looking down at Ava, who'd covered herself completely with the blanket. Ava under the blanket hummed. She really didn't feel like seeing anyone right now. Asleep but can still hear me? Adrian grabbed the corner of the blanket and pulled it down. Ava's face, tinged with light pink, immediately appeared. When she cried hard, not just her eyes and nose turned red, even her face went red. Your mom yelled at you? Adrian sat on the bedside, his tone carrying a definite, serves you right vibe. Ava stayed silent. How'd calling home to get yelled at feel? Ava. No idea what Grace saw in him. Adrian, you should head back. Mom says because you ran from the wedding. Sister's not eating or drinking. Just 2 days, and she's lost a ton of weight. The girl picked at her nails, looking like she didn't want Adrian to leave but was trying to look out for him anyway. You really want me to leave, Ava?